All right, this is the new Norflame stove, and we start talking about it in the back. The reason is 100% of the combustion air is coming through that pipe. So if you want outside air, it's easily connected, and all that air is then distributed to the stove where you need it. Next thing is there's 2 screws and a nut here that you remove, and the ring comes off, the plate comes off, flips around, and you'll feel that it's got the same contour as this, goes in just like in that picture. You get a nice flat top, rear vent. So use top, rear, it's just a matter of changing things around. Part of the combustion air comes up across the top and then down through the air wash. And so what's nice about this is it's chambered and it's heating. It's got a heat exchanger on it before, so you got hotter air going down on the air wash, which will keep the glass cleaner. So that's a nice feature, and this is gasketed. There's still a heating area here, which will get more heat to the top, but all that is heating the air going to the air wash. So now we open it up. We've got the free-falling handle. We open it up, and the first thing we see is the Best of Finalist Award.
That's wonderful.
So we're happy with that one.
Yes.
All right. So open that wide. It does have an ash pan. It does not have an ash dump per se, because we had to close that off in order to get air control for EPA. So what we do have is primary air holes here. Turn this so you can see it a little better. We have primary air here, and if you scrape it, you notice there's a honeycomb here.
Yes.
You want to leave that full of ashes because that's insulated. But when you scrape over here, it'll fall down into the ash pan. Right. So we've got that. And now the airflow goes like this. You got primary air coming from the bottom, and some of it comes from these 2 holes. If you want to come around a little bit so you can see into it, that's fine. These 2 holes here are booster air. They're coming into the side of the fire, but up a little bit to help with combustion. And then right here at the junction, there's a series of holes.
I see them.
We've got a series of holes. That's your secondary air, and that is a controlled, focused vortex, so it puts good turbulence right in the heart of the combustion chamber, and they're really dialed it in. And then at the top here, there is another set of holes on a tube, on a square tube, where you're getting tertiary air, which is starting it, and then there's a vermiculite baffle and another baffle, so you're getting a final combustion phase. So you're getting 3 stages. What we end up with on preliminary testing is 1.5 grams per hour and 14.5 hour burn.
Wow.
So that's a good thing. Now, that was impressive to the judges, but they really like this feature. We've got the small bump and the big bump, low to high, and this is our air control, and you can use, obviously when it's hot you want to use that.
Yes.
But when you're going to start this, you load it up with wood, put your fire starter in, light it, close the door, and then this air control goes to startup mode, which puts the air right where it needs to be. Once it's established, you turn it down, set it where you want it, low to high. Now it's time to reload. You take the wood, you put it on minimum burn, you open the door, you fill it full of wood, you shut the door, and of course now you've got hot coals and a hot stove, but you've just put unburned wood on it, so you get a lot of smoke.
Yes.
Okay, so then you take this and go to reload stage, and that puts the air into the top of the firebox, and you've got your smoke, your fuel, you've got your heat. Now you got air, you got a combustion triangle, and it burns. So it's much cleaner that way. And once the wood's established, then you set it again, and you're off and running.
I see.
The castings are are top-notch, modern D-Zmatic equipment. They mill their molds out of with a CNC process out of aluminum, and we're setting this at and we've just been assured they're going to be able to hit, all things being equal, they'll be able to hit, product will be onshore, ready to go, ready in the showroom, end of summer. The program is, it's $26.99 list. If they sign up, one to show, one to go, free freight, to get a dealer going. And if they will put the one to show on the pipe and burn it, after they take a picture, we'll give them a 20% credit on top of that. So we're looking for good dealers, and we're looking for as many pre-orders as we can, so we know exactly where they're going. We're up and running. Now, one more thing. As far as this product is, you can have any color you want as long as it's black, and have any size you want as long as it's this one. This year.
Yes.
There's a smaller version of this in Europe, and it is going to be much easier to pass because it's configured exactly the same, but it's a smaller firebox, so easier to pass the test. That's going to be next year. We'll come up with a second, smaller model, and then probably the year after that we'll start doing porcelain. Once we've established a dealer base, we can get more quantity.
Yes.
So we're going to, and their porcelain facility's top notch. It's beautiful porcelain. So, and we'll pick colors at that time.
Good.
So we're on track, and I think it's going to be good.
Wonderful.
Cut.